Oh,
Skype just wants to be one of the guys. One of the dudes.
one of the bros.
Well, Skype, until you can learn how to watch football, I don't think you can be one of the guys.
Really? That's what you're going to use to qualify someone as one of the guys?
Football. Well.
Football?
Yes.
I mean, we're kind of mortgaging Monday Night Football double headers for All Flesh Must Be Eaten, right? So.
Yes, and I have people in both games are on my fantasy football team. So I'm not watching either of them.
Hope Ray Rice wasn't on your fantasy football team.
No, but Julius Thomas was.
Oh.
There you go.
This is over my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With contemporary sports ball knowledge.
Nope.
My local sports ball team can beat your local sports ball team, Aaron.
Nope.
Physically impossible.
I call them the sports ballers.
Because they ball sports?
Yes.
No. Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I sure am.
He's doing.
Aaron, thinking of new ways to answer questions.
I sure am.
How you doing? Next thing will be, how you doing? Yes.
Hey, man. People can do yes.
You can do yes to things that are... No.
You can do yes to things that are no.
Are you cooking while muted, Ryan?
No.
Okay.
You just
Just
had like
tired.
that. Oh.
If only you had thought of a creative answer like Aaron does to these questions. Oh, man. All right. How are you all? It's been so long. Thought we'd never play together again.
Well, it's
We
been
did
long.
never play together again. Until now.
Ah, you're right, Aaron. We've
I
now
am.
created a separate reality in which this exists. Yeah.
Until now.
Finally, more All Flesh Must Be Eaten. Let's jump straight into it with the recap so we're all fresh on what happened last time. It's been a few weeks. Especially for Jordan. Last session, the party turned off the clogged interstate outside of Hagerstown and turned towards Boonesboro, Maryland. Woo, Boonesboro. Along the way, they encountered a deaf-mute woman tied down between two cars blocking the road. The cause? Several concerned citizens, including a former acquaintance of Fletch's, Nathan Leck. The ambushers traded words with the cast members, but they ultimately met their end in a flurry of grenades. After the smoke settled, the group cleared the road and made their way towards Boonesboro, an abandoned town save for a fortified section in the southwest. The characters toyed with the idea of entering the makeshift citadel, but upon their attempt to do so, they were dissuaded by the terms of entry. So they remained on the outskirts, finding an abandoned house in which to rest before driving off the next morning. Said rest was interrupted by a haggard boy attempting to sell them newspapers, and in an altruistic moment, Eugene and Kat decided to bundle the kid up in their car and try to find his mom. Eugene promptly lost control of the car and drove it into a ditch.
And it was literally kidnapping. Let's be real about that.
Yeah. Several hours later, the entire group, with a winch, fought off zombie deer while retrieving the misplaced car. The task done, they, after great haranguing, ditched the boy and got on with their grand expedition, driving northeast from the town towards U.S. Route 40. That's where we pick up now. It's the 1st of July, early afternoon, with the four of you on the road still fleeing the zombie apocalypse. The trip is predictably so. Again, useless debris clogs the road, and a mishmash of discarded items and wrecked vehicles that necessitates careful driving, even from Tony. The corpses don't help either. A smattering of animal and human remains in varying states of decomposition.
Well, decomp's better than the other alternative.
Yes, at least you're seeing bodies, right? Still, you do make some progress, enough to get you off 66 and back on a bigger artery. Moving Granny's representative token over to yonder. Fletch is the first one who notices it, right as Tony makes the turn. It's a sound, the telltale thrum of aircraft engines. An entire formation streaks above you, not directly above, but at an awkward angle, which makes it hard to see. Too distant to really notice, but for the numerous vapor trails streaking the brittle blue sky.
Yep.
Mind control drugs.
Chemtrails, obviously.
They're obviously going up north to bomb the zombies.
Because possibly aerosolizing it is a really good idea.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Fletch, the guy who notices. Quiet.
Trusty Tony is also, becoming less passive-aggressive. The whole, mind blank he's had for, the past 28, 32 hours is now calmed down. He's not exactly sure what happened except for the fact that Eugene at one point drove this car into a ditch.
He's recovered from his fugue state.
Yes, his fugue state. With only a greater affirmation of why he needs to be the driver.
Mm-hmm.
Never again.
The expansive highway before you now is damn eerie as you reflect on the planes going over the bomb shed. A jackknife snack truck scattered a shower of corn chips all over the road. A crunchy array of Fritos and Doritos to light your path. There's two dusky youths raiding what's left inside the truck, but they scatter off the highway as you approach.
Free food.
Doritos.
Folks can certainly stop and see if you can salvage anything remaining.
Corn chips.
And the crunchy array.
Well, I am. I don't know about these guys, and I'm the one driving, so we're stopping anyways.
All right, Trusty Tony brings the vehicle to a snack-tacular halt.
Snap, crackle, pop, bitches.
They're just survival food. They've got salt on them.
All things considered, the accident currently blocking the highway is not as bad as other accidents. It only take a few minutes for some vehicles to be pushed out of the way, but they can certainly be moved, and Trusty Tony can get the vehicle through just fine. But yeah, snack van. Bad things happened. Now, corn chips.
Good things happened.
Gotta look on the bright side. We got corn chips now.
Corn chips are a good bit of news.
And I think we're around the time, and even if we're not, I think it's gonna be cool where there's those 3D Doritos out with the Cool Ranch and the nacho cheese that came in the 3-dimensional awkward shapes. They were trying to market those, so those exist.
Rad!
Yeah! 3D Cool Ranch!
Extreme.
It has at least 2 X's and no E, right? Real extreme.
There's no E?
Not even the other part.
Oh, dear.
It's been replaced with 3s.
Yes.
Never again.
Loot get indeterminate bags of 3D Cool Ranch chips.
Extreme. Yes.
How many days of rations do these count as? If we're just padding out the rest of our rations with none.
I don't think they can constitute any nutritional value for you at all. But they're extreme.
So why did it include that in the link? Yes, kidding.
Because Java.
Yep.
Extreme!
extreme sodium content.
Oh well.
Yes. You can easily look up images of that. How awesome. Anyway, that happened. And now that's all inside of you and inside your car. And the rustling of bag opening and tearing into fucking corn chips can be heard.
Potman celebrates.
Alright. How does Potman celebrate?
How the fuck do you think he celebrates? It's high as a kite and eats corn chips.
Oh dear.
Superb.
I was truly surprised by this action.
Dumb question.
I figured I would give you the opportunity to state why Potman is named Potman. It's been some times.
Okay.
Oh, that's great. Well, after taking some time to loot the goods and abscond with them, and repositioning some crashed vehicles, nothing else of value at the site. It's just corn chips fucking everywhere. But really, that's a great reward unto itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Who knows when the next time you'll ever be able to enjoy any of these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Obviously, 3D Extreme Cool Ranch Doritos are eternal. So
They're never going to.
There's no way this fad will not catch on, and all chips will not be exactly like this in the future.
yeah, all of them are going to be 3D puff.
All chips are 3D puffs.
Yep.
Haven't you seen?
Yep. I mean, all the
Fucking-
cool kids.
We're never going back to
Fucking Dyson
two-dimensional
spheres of
8-bit
flavor.
chips again.
Dyson spheres of flavor.
I can imagine Potman extolling the virtues of these.
You heard me. That stutter?
Dyson spheres of flavor.
Dyson spheres of flavor.
Got a supernova of taste in the middle.
Do you even know what a Dyson sphere is, Popman?
Shut up.
No, I would like you to educate me on this.
It's like a Ouija ball.
Perfect.
Yeah, okay. Back to driving.
Shedding a single tear of learning.
My learning devolved that today.
Oh shit, that derailed me, that was good. Shedding a single tear of learning. God damn it, Chris. Oh man.
Jesus.
That was great. Alright. So, after shedding a single tear of learning, and the vehicles are relocated, the snack car, extreme in flavor, crunches its way through to the other side and proceeds on down 40.
Yep. US 40. Wait.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. There are no other signs of the use or the planes. Eventually, the vapor trails do end up getting blurred by wind. It is a very clear day. Again, the blue sky so crisp and brittle and relatively cool. I think about low mid-70s. Not a rain cloud in sight. Perhaps mercifully, perhaps not. There are several other crashes which dot the road. Nothing too major. One instance in which you're required to have the vehicle again to push our remnants off to the side, but you're able to make some time until you roughly get to the area where you're going to be passing through the state park. At that point, the road's clear, or the road clears. Looking over on the other side of the highway, it seems that is relatively traffic-free too, as if people had who somehow had made it this far, if there wasn't much traffic along this particular stretch of the highway, and passage through is pretty damn quick. Almost a throwback Perhaps empowered by the Tesseract of 3D learning. Even though a Tesseract is 4D.
Yeah.
Like a Dyson sphere of flavor.
Still screaming internally.
I have a mouth and I must scream. God damn it, Pot Man.
For all we know, stars could be very tasty. Have you tried one?
I've tried a Starburst before.
And
There you go.
It's a burst of flavor in my mouth, so
It's like a
So
supernova
does that make
flavor.
your mouth a Dyson sphere of flavor?
It's like a supernova flavor, a star bursting in your mouth.
So I can expect ad revenue from Doritos.
Yeah, advertising something that came out, 15 fucking
So
years
what does
ago?
it mean when I unwrap all of the individual Starburst and like roll them together into one massive ball of Starburst?
That's the flavor bang, of course.
Pretty sure they pay us retroactively.
Not the flavor bag.
So that's when Grimith is getting his mouth flavor banged.
I might have to use that one too in life. Flavor bang. Dude, you just got flavor banged.
Use it to pick up the ladies.
Gonna need a lot more pineapple for that, Grandma.
Yo, Carl, how would you like to get flavor banged?
And
Yeah,
then
more.
you get maced.
How would you like mace flavored banged?
Mace banged.
It's like an explosion of flavor in my mouth.
Only it's in my eyes.
It's
And it's
everywhere.
more like burning than flavor.
Into the single tier of learning rolls.
Oh, it'll create more than a single tear.
Probably. But those won't be tiers of learning. Only ones for
Stand
learning.
like the state.
You stare at it. Fantastic.
Oh my god.
All the same, you whip through the state park, not noticing much in the way of wreckage, or really as you come out and emerge on the other side. Seems like all of the outbound or even inbound traffic that would have been on these roads got caught up in all of the wreckage before and after this area, and as a result, able to make pretty good time again. Almost back to pre-apocalypse days. Isn't that splendid?
Why almost? Now we don't have to follow speed limits.
Yeah.
We don't even have to pretend to.
Yeah. How does Trusty Tony drive as you go whipping through the forest? His first time to actually put his foot on the accelerator and make time.
What's the speed limit?
Probably 50. Probably.
What is a speed limit?
Oh, yeah, that's probably the answer.
Yeah. That's right, you gotta think outside the box. It would be 50 if the world weren't going to shit.
If the world weren't going to shit.
It's a really crappy highway with a 50-mile-per-hour speed limit.
You're a crappy highway.
Tony's whipping in around corners and stuff.
It's not quite the interstate, it's the scenic route, Chris.
Oh, the scenic route.
Yeah,
Because we haven't seen anyone else driving cars, so Tony's just sort of driving like he's the only one on the road.
Whipping around, huh?
Yeah,
See,
whipping
doing good old 90, drifting around corners.
Hagerstown Drift.
Doing 90?
No, not 90. You don't do
Doing
90.
like a slow, casual 90.
Okay.
You don't do 90 on freaking U.S. roads.
I've seen
State
enough
roads.
people do it.
Yeah, those people are called rednecks. Tony is only half redneck.
On whose side did he get the redneck from?
You know, we're not sure.
You know,
The
then I guess it's a
Hispanic
good
side.
thing that Potman isn't driving.
Yeah, because if Potman were driving, hey guys, look over there. We're gonna make a shallow right turn.
Yeah, dude,
Takes a
he's got
left.
Hillbilly on one side and Rum Runner on the other.
As he ditches the car while driving at
slow.
5 miles per hour.
As he ditches it, yes.
Yeah, he ditches it.
It was not so much as drove as gently nudged. that ditch.
Yeah, the car gently and safely drifted into a ditch.
I'd actually been thinking about this before. It's like, obviously Potman has done, some driving, just not enough to actually merit, like, any sort of driving skill points. You'd have to wonder whether he's somehow, like, bribed or sweet-talked someone into doing vehicular driving for him.
I could have sworn that it was something where the driving skill just represented skill above and beyond driving to and from work.
Nope. It would be like Vampire the Masquerade, where Crimson's character, Byron, didn't have a single point of anything in computers, so he did not understand computers.
Yeah, I mean, consider having 0 isn't actually a 0, it's a -2.
Yeah.
So it's not that you're bad at it, it's that you're worse than bad at it.
You're just not good.
You just don't have any fucking clue how to do it.
Yeah.
You touch it and it catches fire.
Speaking of catching fire,
Maybe he has a clue, it's just the wrong clue. Like he thinks he's got a handle on it.
he probably didn't
No,
go
I
to
got
Trusty Tony's school of driving.
Yeah, I think 2 skill points is actually supposed to be basic competency.
Is it?
Yeah,
Basic
one's...
competency in driving is more than the average person in the United States has.
Because I thought that you didn't even need to make rolls until you were getting into exceptional circumstances.
Well, I just mean for skills in general.
Alright.
I don't know about 2 in a skill being general competency. But maybe in that he would be able to do whatever someone who was reasonably proficient in that field could do.
Says a 2 or 3 represents general competency with the ability to perform average tasks with ease.
Average tasks like driving.
Anyway, Tony is definitely not going the speed limit, but he's not going like 90 through a
That's fair.
stout state park.
You folks are still roughly within early afternoon then, 2:30, I would say. Making your way out of the state park and heading further on down the U.S. highway, looking out on the vista of scenery as you're making progress further south. It definitely looks as if you are reminded let me rephrase that. You are reminded continually of how awful use your words, Grimith. Bad things have happened. You see it around you. Quit trying to be fucking poetic and maudlin about it, you son of a bitch zombie master.
Bad things happened!
No more crash snack vans, unfortunately.
Damn it! And here I thought there'd be a recurring theme.
Another fire blazing across an actually active one blazing across the town in the distance that you're whipping on past. Whatever sort of anarchic. Well, you couldn't even possibly begin. It could be an accident. Could be on purpose. Could be whatever
Anarchs.
You've certainly seen Bruja. Yes, you've certainly seen zombie deer troddling about back whenever you were pulling the car out of the ditch. So it stands to reason that such incidents could be caused intentionally to try to burn these fuckers out. The amount of fear and terror. That being said, there's nothing that really stops you or prevents your further passage up until the point where you pass by the burning town. You get a further on bit down the road, and off in the far horizon, you're not exactly sure what to make out of it first because it's just so far away and it's so difficult to see. And it's only when you get closer that you're still a mile away that you're able to start making out some concrete details. And what basically amounts to the road being completely clogged with a mass of what appears to be people walking on the road, coming in your direction, about a mile down the road.
Now, when you say people, do you mean people, or do you mean The Walking Dead?
Well, at this distance, it's really difficult to see details like that. Especially at the distance, at speed that Trusty Tony is driving. You can certainly bring the vehicle to a stop. I think you have some image magnification on you.
We do.
Yes.
We should definitely drive, maybe a mile and a half closer and then take a look.
Oh, I mean, by
Drift
all
through them.
means.
Did I stutter?
Oh, yeah. Trusty Tony is going to bring the vehicle to a slow stop. And then pull it so that the one side of the car is facing towards them. So if he has to, we can whip the car around and go away.
Pull some bootlegger turn.
I don't know, man. And then, get out some of the image magnification. I think someone has a scope on a rifle, or we have binoculars.
Yeah, let's aim a rifle at them.
Yeah, why not?
That can only end well.
They
We
can't
have
see.
binoculars.
Oh, we'll use that instead. Whatever, man. Or no, we'll use both of them at once. They work together, right?
We put
Oh.
the. Oh my!
Oh. I don't think. I think we
like
could.
friendly chappies.
They look like friendly folk.
I think we could aim a gun at them.
You can definitely shoot in
Yes.
that direction. Factually correct.
We could, in fact, shoot at them. Yes.
What the vision you have looks like that several hundred, over 1,000, maybe even multiple thousands thick, slowly trundling and shambling down the U.S. highway, heading in your direction. Take
You
them a
guys
fucking
remember how I
coon's
said
age to reach you, but they are heading your way.
You guys remember how I said we should have Molotov cocktails? Just wish we had those.
Yeah. Fire would be helpful, but
And like a giant, like, rubber band slingshot thing that requires two people to, like, hold either end of it. Yeah, that'd be cool, too.
be cool, but not
So
useful.
You would use a water balloon slingshot with Molotov cocktails.
Yes, I would.
I'm oddly okay with this.
Don't tell me what I wouldn't do.
The Dyson sphere of cocktails.
Yeah. That would work. Well, unless you guys have a better idea, we're driving away from them.
I don't have a better idea than that.
Is there any room to go around?
Yes, maybe
Around-
if we honk the horn loud enough, we could ford through
Are
them.
both
Ooh, that's
sides
smart.
of the
Maybe if we
highway,
did that.
both sides of the highway completely covered?
Oh yeah, completely jam-packed.
Get out the way!
Well,
Well,
I hate to break it to y'all, but yeah, it passed us.
Ah, boy.
We're now in the zone.
Yup.
Hmm.
It's at this point that Popman actually goes, oh yeah, airplanes.
Hmm.
Plus, people got a few days head start on us, and who knows how many of them are already bitten.
And airplanes. I forgot that airplanes were a thing. Yeah.
Can we focus on the immediate crisis instead of, the greater existential crisis we're all going to face later tonight?
It's not much of
Well,
a
they are
crisis. We already said it.
pretty
Turn
far away.
around.
Yeah, okay. Okay. I was like, okay, after I turn around, what do you want me to do? You want me to just drive back to Myersville,
Right.
get off the interstate there, go down to 7, get off the highway there, go down through Myersville, hit up the interstate down, go down through 70? Maybe they're not on 70. Chances are
Sounds
they
like
are.
you've got a plan
See,
all.
you got it. What are you
Yeah.
asking us for?
Yeah, I mean,
This is why democracy won't work.
I'm just here to, tie you up when you break yourself again.
Myersville is currently on fire right now.
Are the streets on fire?
You know it's not easy to see right now.
Shit.
What with all the fire?
But with all the fire.
Well.
How does the terrain around here look
Oh,
for
it's
off-roading purposes?
for off-roading purposes, for the vehicle that you currently have, which has sustained some minor damage after gently coasting into a ditch.
Extremely minor.
Extremely minor.
Superficial.
It's not heavily wooded, but it is still lightly wooded and still quite hilly, seeing as how you are still within the Appalachian Mountain area. It would be quite uncomfortable and difficult to go off-roading for any sort of extended length of time.
See, uncomfortable and difficult. That's like our group motto.
Okay, well, barring that, we could drive back up to the state park, and I think there's a way of getting on the interstate there.
Yes.
but that's really far out of our way. It's like an hour.
What's
At
the
this point,
alternative?
we don't really have a way.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
We're literally just trying to keep ahead of the actual wall of zombies approaching.
Well, we
Really, at this point, we're trying to catch up to the wall to get ahead of it again.
But
So
the wall's coming north. That means...
I was referring to the imaginary wall of the infection.
And then we
I'm
obviously
referring
lost
to a
that path.
literal wall of zombies
Yeah.
Trusted
right
Tony
in
just
front of us.
Trusted Tony turns the car around and drives for now.
Okay.
He's thinking.
Yeah.
He's giving it a think because these guys obviously don't understand.
Sure.
These three morons.
These
I mean-
guys.
If we can get on to 17,
Sold
that
it.
will cut south.
Yeah, but the problem is we have to drive through Myersville.
Mm-hmm.
It's on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we're on 40, we got to go back through it anyway.
Nah.
No.
It skirts around it. You can just see the burning carnage that currently exists.
We'll caulk the station wagon and float down the river.
Yes.
Ford it.
We're going to
gonna
Ford
why
some
don't
more zombies.
why don't you pay the Indian 3 sets of clothing? Come on, man.
Because I've still been dumped in the water.
We're gonna fjord the river.
Pop man, don't use words you don't know what they mean.
Hot men do what
My
he
brain.
pleases.